Whew, that brought back so many emotions. So I had the pleasure of sharing my testimony last year on the day of my baptism, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share it again with you all about my trip to Paraguay. My team and I had the privilege of going to Paraguay and supporting Peter and Gina Cho, who were called to serve in Villa Elisa, Paraguay since 1996. Pastor Cho, also known as Pastor Pedro by the locals, is the president of the Cerritos Presbyterian Mission, senior pastor of Marangatu Church, and a host of the National Christian Radio Ministry. Mrs. Cho is currently the principal of Colegio Cerritos. Through their many years of faithfulness and hard work, we got to see and enjoy the fruits of their labor throughout our 10-day trip. My week was filled with so much love, joy, and most importantly, God's continued presence in every aspect of the trip. Although I enjoyed every moment, the most meaningful and memorable was the Hygiene Day held in the impoverished city of Itororó and the special needs seminar held for the teachers and administrative staff at the Cerritos School. Hygiene Day consisted of haircuts and washes, feet washing, nail clipping, and ear cleaning. Meeting the physical needs of the children in Itororó taught me the importance of showing God's love to others by doing the work with love and humility. Jesus washes the feet of his disciples in John 13 and says to them, "Just as I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash each other's feet." Just as Jesus came to this earth to not be served but to serve, we as his disciples are called to serve by building each other up in love and compassion. Hygiene Day gave us the opportunity to show God's love through our actions and bring up the image of the local church in hopes of bringing more people to the gospel. The special needs seminar was made up by 3 other team members and myself, and through all of our combined knowledge and expertise within the special needs and early intervention field, we had the privilege of putting together a presentation for the school staff. It provided practical tips and strategies to help incorporate kids with special needs within the classroom and how to help them succeed within an inclusive setting. It also gave us the opportunity to educate the teachers about the importance of loving on the kids, as well as seeing them as equals under the eyes of God. I was so amazed at how God used all of our skills and knowledge to provide in an area of great need at the Cerritos School. God answered my many prayers and about my purpose on this earth, and through this seminar, my love for the special needs field was confirmed and brought about feelings of purpose to continue serving the Lord in this capacity. I learned so much about myself and about God's love for me, as well as his love for all people during my time in Paraguay. I felt God's presence so strongly while I was there that I was constantly overflowed with joy and love. The people of Paraguay were not shy in showing their love. I was a stranger to them, yet they loved on me as if we were old friends. I finally understood what it meant to be brothers and sisters in Christ. It also made me think how much better this world would be if we could all give love so freely, and more importantly, how much more freedom and joy I would feel if I genuinely believed that the love I felt in Paraguay was only a glimpse of the love that God has for me. I realized that I lived my life in fear of people not loving me or accepting me, when in reality, I had failed to see that the God who created me loved me and accepted me into all of eternity and was already bought with the blood of Christ. Although a lot of the people I interacted with did not have much in terms of earthly possessions, they were always full of joy and love and was always so generous with the little they had. It made me reflect back to myself and think how reserved I could be with my love, time, and money, and how much of a disservice that is to myself and, more importantly, to the Lord. 2 Corinthians 9, 6, and 8 reads, "A farmer who plants generously will get a generous crop, and God will generously provide all you need. Then you will always have everything you need and plenty left over to share with others." My heart was overflowing with so much love that I couldn't help but want to give love to others. As I transition back into my regular life here in LA, I pray that the Lord will continue to fill me up with love so that I can then spread Christ's love to the people here that so desperately need it. I also pray for my team and for myself that we continue to reflect upon our hearts and place value not in worldly possessions, but in our treasures in heaven. Thank you.